Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Friday Wrap for today, June 13th, 2014. Ooh, spooky. It's Friday the 13th. I don't care. I hope you all had a fantastic week. I myself have had a pretty good one. A little bit quieter than usual, which is welcome. Trust me, having quiet weeks is always nice. This Friday Wrap, we're going to be doing a channel update, as I always do, or at least a quick channel rundown as to what's going on. We'll talk a little bit about Dungeons & Dragons, and we might just wrap it up after that because there's no real big topic. E3 is still going on as of right now, and until it's done, I don't really want to talk too much about it. I feel like a lot of the bigger... Whoa, camera focus. Hello, camera. That's my hand, guys. How's it going? There we are. I feel like a lot of the big talking points for E3 have already kind of been discussed. So I could talk about E3, but I think I'll wait till next week once E3 is all said and done. We have had time to digest everything, and we can then talk about what we've seen, what I'm excited for, what I'm not excited for. I mean, really, I'm not excited for much. I think the best conference was Nintendo's conference. There's still no reason for me to own any of the consoles. Maybe I'm a little excited for Nintendo because I ended up buying a Wii U back when it launched for no good reason. But now that there seems to be good reasons coming up, I'm happy that I own one. But as far as a PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, I have no reason to buy them. Even after seeing E3, I have no reason. In fact, I have more of a reason to own an Xbox One than a PS4 because the games announced for Xbox One excite me a little bit more, particularly Crackdown, but that's neither here nor there. Let's not talk about it. So, channel rundown. So I did release an episode of Zomboid yesterday, and Don't Starve yesterday. What is going on? I'm trying to, talk, and I'm having, massive issues trying to talk here. This is what Friday Wrap's all about. Unedited, unscripted chaos. And my cat just chilling in the background. But yeah, I did release an episode of Zomboid and Don't Starve yesterday. You can expect more frequent Zomboid for a little while. And the reason for that is Build 27 is out. With Build 27, some new features, a new part of the map, I do believe, and some bug fixes are out. So I'm going to want to take some time and check all that stuff out and show it all off to you guys. Now, if the map is extended like I think it is, I will definitely be going to the mall. I don't know if I want to do a full, starting from episode 1 reboot just to do a mall playthrough and a mall storyline, or if I just want to continue numbering it the way I am and just switch it up and go to the mall. I don't know yet. I will make that decision over the next day or two, and you'll see the fruits of that probably come Monday or Tuesday. Other than that, the typical stuff is going to continue. Always, sometimes Monster's storyline is getting really good. Once that wraps up, I will decide what I'm going to end up replacing it with. Tropico 5 is going well. I'm excited for it. After the hard playthrough of Tropico 5, I might just let it... I'll definitely just drop the series, and we'll see what comes in its place. And, of course, Wealth of Nations is going really, really well. In this coming week, starting tomorrow, of Wealth of Nations episodes is awesome. There's a lot of good stuff, so if you're a fan of that series, be excited. There's really, really good stuff coming up as far as that's concerned. And other than that on the channel, nothing. 50,000 is rapidly approaching. I'm very excited for hitting the 50K mark, but I'll save announcements for that when that happens. And that's it. But, normal channel stuff. Nothing terribly new or exciting or big sweeping changes coming into the channel for at least another week or two while these series kind of continue on. So as far as Dungeons & Dragons, for those who care, it's been really exciting. So last time I talked about it, I did talk about how all of our characters were outlaws. I am a wild mage, and I was the most wanted out of all of them because what has ended up happening is that the countries that we're outlaws in, they've labeled me the wild mage. Not the wild mages in the class. They have labeled me the wild mage. Basically just an out-of-control sorcerer of sorts who causes chaos, which to a degree is right and to another degree is wrong, but that's the fun of it. And I, for a while, was the most wanted one. Eventually, what ended up happening is we ended up falling into a trap that was planned to fall into. The problem is my character has tendencies of his spells going awry. And one of the things that ended up happening during this trap that we ended up setting off is that we had to escape. And the plan was for me to set the building on fire and we would just kind of leave in the chaos of it all. Unfortunately, due to some rolls and whatnot, when I cast a really, really powerful Burning Hands because of some feats that I have that really made it kind of a more powerful spell, the Burning Hands then became a living Burning Hands. And in the world of Eberron, that's really, really fucking scary. So that living Burning Hands kind of came out as probably the most powerful thing I've created through Wild Magic. And my character, being the way he is and being a little bit naive and kind of in awe of his own power because he doesn't quite understand it, he took a round to just be in awe of the creature that he created. In doing so, he got attacked by it because he didn't have control over it, and he put himself down to like 1 hit point. I then tried to run from the building, of which the guards were able to knock me out, subdue me, and attempt to take me captive. Now, luckily, one of my allies was nearby, and he ended up grabbing my body and trying to run away with it. What ended up happening is that a level 12 sorcerer by the name of Haldren, who was a prisoner for the past 40-something years, was released by the government to hunt myself and one of my companions down to the death. And he cornered my companion and basically said, look, here's how this is going to go down. You're going to give me your friend who is unconscious, and I'm going to let you go. If you don't, I'll just kill you both. It doesn't bother me at all. The thing is, my friend, my companion, was at like 10 hit points at that point, and we're less than, like, we were level 4 at the time. And, you know, just from the stories we've heard outside the game, we know he's level 12. But from the stories we've heard, our characters just know he's incredibly powerful. So my friend didn't have a choice. He had to just give me up and said that he would come back for me and save me. I'm unconscious. I don't know if this is anything that's going on. Eventually, what ended up happening, long story short, is my character gets hung and he gets killed. I thought I was dead. I thought I was done. Didn't know what was going on. And then something happened. And we're trying to figure it out, and we think it has to do with our magics. That my character came back to life. He didn't die, or he was resurrected in some way. Not by any conventional spell that is like raised dead or whatever. He just came back to life. I like woke up and like nothing happened after lying there being dead for 5 days in a tomb. I woke up being prepared to be burned by the Silver Flame because one of my companions, who's a paladin of the Silver Flame, who was separated from us during all of this, came back and found me dead and having been killed and don't know where my other 2 friends are because they had to run because they're outlaws. They had to run for their lives, and they're now heading to a country called Droam. She found me 5 days after I died, and miraculously I came back. We don't know what happened. We fast forward, me and her now together again. I have been absolved of all of my crimes because I was hung till dead, and then I was given sanctuary by the Silver Flame in the country of Thrain. So I am no longer an outlaw because I've been giving sanctuary through the Silver Flame. Because basically what they did is they attributed my resurrection to the Silver Flame, which may be the case, probably not. But I accepted it. They're like, as long as you give yourself to the Silver Flame, we can absolve you of your crimes and your sins. And my character, being kind of just like the chaotic neutral character he is, was just like, sounds good. Long live the Silver Flame. I am no longer a criminal. Perfect. So now that me and the paladin she was never a criminal, and now I'm not a criminal. We went to Droam to find our friends. They didn't believe that I was alive because they saw me die, and they thought that the paladin, my friend, was basically out to hand them in at this point because of all the things that they did, and they ran. So we got to Droam. We finally met up with them. It took us like 2 hours of role play and hunting them down to finally convince them to trust us, to convince them that we are not their enemy and that I am alive and I'm real and I'm not like some illusion or some figment of their imagination. And we were finally, after like a bunch of sessions and like some in-character arguing with one another and like, who do we trust? Who do we know we can trust? What's going on? Why are like other countries outlawing us? And then we have hints that House Cannith is producing weapons for a war that's not even happening yet. There's like all this undercurrent stuff going on. We finally get together. We finally say, okay, let's work together. Let's figure this out. And now our goal is essentially to figure out why the rumors of House Cannith are producing weapons of war. What is this war that's going on, and why does everybody want us fucking dead? What do we know that we don't know that basically justifies these people trying to get us killed? So now we over the past 2 or 3 sessions, we've really just been a separate party who have struggled to stay together. And even when we are together, we struggle to trust one another. We are finally together. We finally can trust each other, and I believe we are finally going to work together without really separating. And more outside of the political intrigue of what's going on, what's up with my character? Why did he not die? How does magic work with me? What's going on? Lots of mysteries, and as those mysteries start to get answered, I will of course be sure to answer them for you as I kind of figure it all out, I guess. So yeah, that's D&D. Other than that, personal life, I did trim the beard. It was necessary. It was so itchy. It was so itchy when it was long. And I'm wearing the baby blue V-neck for you all, and Maya's just chilling in the back. Nothing else for me to really talk about. No exciting topics to really talk about. But for the question for you guys to drop in the comments, I'm very curious. You guys, for those of you who've been following E3, what was your favorite game or announcement or part of E3 so far? Mine so far has been maybe a reason to buy an Xbox, but moreover, I think my favorite part so far is that Nintendo really seems to be bringing some games to the system, which is awesome. But let me know in the comments below, what was your favorite part of E3 so far? I'd be curious to see what it is. And as always, I'll see you guys next Friday. Bye-bye.